The first of our three title fights find us seeing Amanda Nunes and Randamie, and it's very strange to me that the whole assumption that Randamie would not fight Cyborg damaged her value, damaged her stock, and it's odd that really, I guess that was going to save her value in her own mind, and now she's going to fight maybe what some people say is the pound for pound best fighter in the UFC, double champ, in a rematch that a lot of people aren't talking about. This fight already happened before. But here's the thing. I don't really see where Amanda Nunes is going to have an issue in this fight. Her pressure, her power, her confidence, it's too much for a lot of girls. And I understand that maybe Randamie's kickboxing is a little bit sharper. But I also feel like if this has to go to a kickboxing match, that Amanda Nunes is already in an issue. It's already sideways for her at that point anyway. So I don't really see any difference between Amanda Nunes and any other girl. And I hate to say that, but it really is to the point where it's her and almost the rest of the division. And I don't think Randamie is going to offer anything different than any other competitor has, except maybe a little bit less of a marquee name value. But I do think this fight ends relatively quickly. And obviously the well-known fact that Amanda Nunes is absolutely one of the best fighters in the world is going to be nothing more than clear come that night.
Yeah, I don't see this. Well, number one, Amanda Nunes won the first fight. I expect her to win the second one. The reason I haven't really referenced the rematch, or I don't think much of it, is it's a while ago, right? 6 years ago. Both these fighters have just been through a lot since then. I don't think it's necessarily indicative of this fight. I think Amanda Nunes is just the better fighter. And the problem with women's MMA outside of 115 pounds, which is still an incredibly compelling division, is it's a one-woman show. At 25, it's Shevchenko. At 35, it's Nunes. At 45, it was Cyborg for years and years and years. It's the one woman in each division. And 115 is the only one I think that is kind of a little bit more wide open. But Amanda Nunes is just heads and tails above everybody. Now, the one thing that might cause her some problems against Randamie, and Randamie's one way to win, in my opinion, is Nunes tends to get a little wild, especially when she has an opponent hurt. If you look at the Cyborg fight, when she actually had Cyborg on roller skates and had her hurt, she was swinging for the fences. No worry about a counterpunch, hands coming from her hips, no problem at all, throwing big punches and throwing caution to the wind. Same thing she did against Ronda Rousey. She smells blood, she goes for it. Now, those were dramatic knockouts that established her as one of the best pound for pound, period, perhaps the greatest female fighter of all time. But against a slick counterpuncher might give her problems. She might reach a little bit too much and get clipped by a counter shot. That's Germaine de Randamie. I think that's her only way to win this fight, is catch that counterpunch against an over-aggressive Amanda Nunes. Do I think it happens? No. But if you're de Randamie, that's what you're looking for. That slick counterpunching style is what she has to. She cannot trade big punches with Amanda Nunes. I don't think anyone can.